Like,
can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I really don't know much about it, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I'll have to enlighten me.
The Kyoto Protocol is basically something just to fight against global warming. But yeah, I'm in complete support of it. Go ahead, Zach.
Not if it threatens our sovereignty and our ability to manage our own affairs, or if the requirements can cripple our economy. Climate goes well beyond what man can do.
Thank you. Okay, on 15. What is your stance on the waterboarding technique, or torture in some people's minds? Go ahead, Chris.
Waterboarding is absolutely and undeniably illegal. Torture only elicits responses that the perpetrators want to hear. So if U.S. intelligence is torturing Iraqis, they're waiting for the answer that they want to hear, not for the truth. So waterboarding, along with any other torture, is illegal and should never be used.
Go ahead, Wade.
Yeah, being serious. I am getting, I would say no. Yeah, no to torture, being serious. If I wasn't serious, I'd be all for torture.
I guess I'd call myself a question mark on the idea, but I'm more against it than on it. Because I have said that I'm for it, but I have said that I'm against it, so I mean, I am kind of in the middle, but I guess right now I'd have to say that I'm against it. So, go ahead, Zach.
Should be used only in cases of last resort or extreme terrorists. Lest we forget, terrorism is illegal too. Few else works or produces any meaningful results, in the words of Zach.
Thank you. Okay, we only have 2 questions left, but after, I want to go into almost like a debate where we talk to each other rather than just answering questions. Is everybody okay with that?
Yep.
Alright, number 16. What is your view on Iraq and Afghanistan? Go ahead, Kurt.
You specifically mean what our view is?
Yeah, what do you think we should do? Where should we put troops? Should we take them out? Go ahead.
Well, the surge apparently is working in Iraq, but other than keeping troops there indefinitely, that's not going to work. So until you start propping up the Iraqi government and the politicians over there, it's not going to work. So I think you just need to start evacuating the troops, withdrawing the troops. I think the main concern is Afghanistan. Al-Qaeda is still there. For all we know, Osama bin Laden is either in Afghanistan or Pakistan. And until that is resolved, there's always going to be a constant threat of terrorism. So we need to resolve that. So withdraw the troops from Iraq and solve Afghanistan once and for all.
Alright, thanks. Go ahead, Wade.
I think we should still stay over there. I had a good discussion with Roger, and he talked about, and he had a good point, I thought. He thought if we retreated out of there, a lot of the terrorists would claim victory, and who knows what would happen to them countries over there after that. So it would, what's the timetable? Y'all heard timetable if you watch the Republican stuff. Timetable. Yes, I'm losing. I'm getting tired. But I think we should stay whatever the timetable is. I do not know.
I think that General Petraeus has just started on this, and he reports that it's been working much better than the former. His strategy is working much better, and I think we just need to give it some time. If it takes too much time, then I would eventually start pulling troops out and place more support on the Afghanistan side of things. But yeah, we just need to give it some more time. Go ahead, Zach.
Iraq and Afghanistan have been confused by the popular media. We should not stay in Iraq. If the Iraq sovereign nation is not willing to manage its own affairs or defend itself, Afghanistan is utmostly important to track down the emerging Al-Qaeda and Taliban. The terrorists could not claim victory if we stayed and beefed up in Afghanistan, and instead of re-emerging. Sorry. Those are the words of Zach again.
Thank you. Alright, last question, then we'll get into the debate part. Well, yeah. Okay, number 17. What do you think about civil unions? Go ahead, Kurt.
Are we talking labor unions or unions of marriage?
Unions of marriage, civil unions, yeah.
Again, that goes along with the choice thing and free will, because I'm not against it. This is one of the least subjects that I have an opinion on. So, yeah, let them do it.
Go ahead, Wade.
Yeah, as I've stated before, I think it's more a tax thing, tax benefits. Funny thing with the majority of all these questions, everything, bottom line always comes down to money. It's all about making money and who's going to make it and how much they're going to make it. So,
I honestly am really against it. I mean, it's really just renaming marriage something. Sure, it won't be as, like holy matrimony, but it's just, I use this analogy on it. I say if you rename garbage candy, it doesn't taste good, it still tastes like garbage. So, I mean, that's the analogy I use on it. I just really think civil unions shouldn't be allowed. And to the comment, I don't care for the gays. I used to be really against homosexuality, but I'm just against the marriage now. Go ahead, Zach.
If state bans marriage for gays or any groups, allowing civil unions should not be allowed for the sake of consistency in law. Either allow full marriage or outright or none at all. In the words of Zach Attack.
Alright, that was the questioning portion. Any of the people up here, do you have any things that you would like to go against another person for saying, or anything that you'd like to bring up that we didn't mention, or something that we did mention that you'd like to elaborate more on?
I'd like to say that the Whigs are back in town. I agree with some of his topics. I can't sure if I disagree with his first one because he wasn't being terribly serious. So I don't have a problem with really too much of anybody said, except maybe the last thing you said, Josh, in regards to the civil unions. It's really it's a matter of choice, and if we're not going to discriminate because of color or religion or ethnic group, a lifestyle, if you will, I don't think we should start with that. So I think we should allow it.
Well, I don't think that I don't think that marriage or a civil union is a lifestyle. It's more of a marriage is a holy thing. It's holy matrimony, and in most religions, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, homosexuality is a sin, and it's unholy. So if it's holy matrimony, I don't think homosexuality should have the right to be married. But I'm in support of domestic partnerships. I'm good for that.